a cake. Hi, I'm Matt, and this is Procrastination Garage. Welcome. It's Friday morning around 10:30 a.m. and I bet you're wondering what's going on here at Procrastination Garage. Well, I don't know, not a whole lot, I guess. So the white truck's running pretty good. Got the little utility trailer hooked up to it. I'm waiting for a new set of tires to mount up on that trailer. Been working on the wood pile here. Brought some wood over from the rental property, still cleaning up over there. Not getting that done, procrastinating. Also, had some cottonwood down on the lower property, also from over there, but from another time, and did some splitting on that yesterday. Green truck here, it's not running real well. I think something's going wrong with like a idle control valve or something. Had a code on it the other day. I cleared the codes. I'm waiting for it to come back to read it with the code reader. But none of that is what we're going to work on today. We want to work in the garage over there. Let me show you. Well, let's move the truck out of the way first. There, that's better. Truck is out of the way. Got the garage doors open. So let's look and see what the problem is. All right, so the goal is to do some cleaning in here. I know it's hard to see with the sun. Let's get inside a little bit. So let me zoom out. Here's what's going on. I've got two freezers over there. The white one actually isn't being used, and I should sell it, but I'm hesitant. The smaller one there, that kind of beige colored one, that one gets used occasionally. Where they're located from the doorway, I always seem to have stuff in the way, so it's hard to get to them. But the bigger problem is actually over here. In order to open the overhead door here, the latch is over against that wall. And this monstrosity of a thing here is always in the way. And what this is just a bunch of scrap wood left over from projects that I just can't bring myself to get rid of. So it's on wheels, it rolls. So my thought was, there's plug-ins back behind there. What if I move those two freezers over into this area here and move this thing here over against that wall there? And then you come over here, this workbench. Oh my God, what a disaster area that is. A lot of nuts and bolts and nails and stuff. A lot of the stuff is stuff I inherited over probably the last 10 years, and I've just never organized it. And also, at one time I decided I was going to kind of move out of here and move all my tools out. I've now decided that I want to make this more into a woodworking shop, which was kind of my original goal when I had the shop built over there and never got there. I'm looking at this as a weekend project. Am I going to get it all done this weekend? I wouldn't bet on it. It's around 3:30 in the afternoon, and as you can see, I've got this workbench just about whipped into shape. Yeah, okay, I haven't done anything over here. But my little lumber stacker thing, I got that moved over to this side where I wanted it. And the two freezers that were here are now positioned over here where they need to be. See there's a little water down below. That's because I defrosted the one freezer, and it's all good to go. So pretty much everything along this wall is all Christmas stuff. And up on top, it was not Christmas stuff. So I went ahead and pulled the stuff down that wasn't Christmas stuff, and I hauled it over to the shop. Need to find a place to put it over there. And then some Christmas stuff that was on the floor over here is now sitting there. I did move a few things out. Generator, the shredder thing, and those will be coming back in tonight because I don't have a place to put them. Those two boxes there, that's actually some Hot Wheel stuff I'm going to take up to the house and probably go through tonight. Some of that stuff, like that top white box there, I have not opened that box since 2001. That's when we moved here from Portsmouth, New Hampshire. I guess that's it. So I have made some progress today. Maybe not as much as I'd like to have, but I got the rest of the weekend, and it is what it is. So we'll see you soon. So here's a little sneak peek into the future. Here's what the garage looks like today. This is now April as I'm doing this video right here. Yeah, upcoming episodes will explain it all. Hey, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, tell all your friends, leave me a comment, something. Thanks. It's Saturday afternoon around 3:30 p.m. and instead of working over there in the garage today like I said I was going to do, I've been in the house working on other projects. But anyway, now I'm outside. I have 3 tires I need to mount for my wife's Venza, and the reason for 3 is because I replaced one that blew out here about a year ago, and the other 3 that were original tires, they're starting to show some signs of old age, and so I thought I'd go ahead and swap them, and I just didn't feel like buying a 4th tire since the other one's only like a year old. Anyway, so I usually set the tire changing station up on that trailer there, my utility trailer, but I got to thinking that's really not the best place for it. If I set it up on this trailer, I can leave it set up for longer periods of time, because this trailer is mainly for hauling my tractor around, and that one there gets used all the time for hauling the side-by-side and the lawnmower around. So I need to clean this off, and I'm going to have to drill some holes to mount it. Bear here, who's meowing at me, he's going to help. Yeah, what a sweet boy. Anyway, let me get it mounted up and cleaned off, and I'll show you. All right, we've got the tire station set up, and to be perfectly honest with you, it is now Sunday morning. Oh, well, actually, it's just afternoon time. We did 1 tire yesterday, and as I fumbled through that one, I wasn't going to show it to you. It actually went pretty well. I'm going to do another tire right now. Won't get to the other one probably until tomorrow after my wife gets home from work. Got plans this afternoon. Anyway, that left front one there, that's the one that's up next, so let's do it. Here I am performing an unnecessary step. I need to break the bead first, and in my mind I'd forgot, so instead I'm go ahead and tightening it all down like I'm getting ready to take the tire off. Nope, gonna have to take it back off and do it. Yep, we broke one. All right, stop and regroup. Got to pull that Allen. New one installed. This is why you buy extras. I actually have 6 extras. Well, 5 now. That was my fault.
Unseating the outer edge of the tire is usually pretty easy. The problem was trying to unseat the inner edge, and I couldn't get I couldn't get my tool between the tire and the wheel. I worked at it and I worked at it. Finally, I went and got something that I could stick in there between and hold a little bit of gap so I could then get the tire tool in there. This wouldn't be as important if you weren't trying to protect the wheel surface, but I'm not trying to damage the aluminum wheels. Here I'm looking for a marking on the tire. Sometimes they'll mark a spot that is the heaviest spot or maybe the lightest spot, and you want to mount that either with or away from your valve stem. There was no markings on this tire. Usually I would use the other end of this tire tool and just rotate it around the edge, and the bead would just slip underneath the wheel there. This one was really fighting me, and it was just easier kind of to use the one end and just pry the lip over. It took a little bit longer, but in the end it worked okay.
All right, you see that little bubble right in the center there? See it move? All right, so when you put this on there, you got to kind of just go around the edge and just tip it and just see where it ends up. And you do it enough times, you'll start to get a feel for maybe where you need to add some weight. When I was tipping it before I brought the camera over, what I could see is that maybe over, where am I? Over on this side here, it maybe needs a little bit of weight. It's actually pretty good. Probably we could put the thing back on the car and it would not be a problem. See how it's pretty much coming back to center every time? It doesn't every time. When I do it over here, see, it's hanging just a little bit. So then what I do is I've got these wheel weights right here. And I take however many I think I'm going to need, and I'll just lay them like right there. And then I'll tip it again, and I'll just keep doing that and figure out how many of them I need and exactly what the best location for them is. Now, one thing I'm not doing correctly, and the tire pros will have my ass, if you look right there, those are old weights that were on this wheel. And I don't know if those are the only ones or not. Now, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to strip those weights off before you start this process. And here, if I do in fact need a little weight over on this side, it's probably very well caused by those weights over there. Am I going to take those weights off? No, they're fine. There's not enough weight there to really matter in the grand scheme if I can bring it into balance with this much weight over on this side. Again, is it the proper way? Nope. Is it the way I'm going to do it? Yep. And if we have a vibration or something, we put this all back together, well then, my fault, and maybe we'll do something different. But for now, I'm just going to figure out where I need weight, and I'm not even 100% sure I'm going to put any on here. And then we'll get it mounted back on the car. I'm liking that right there. I don't know. Almost, I mean, it's really close. I think we'll go with one weight right there. Oop. There it is, the weight we put on. Now look, see that? There was one more weight over here. Probably if I knocked that one out, we'd have been just about in balance. So you got that one there from a previous balance, and then those up there from a previous balance. So yeah, we're kind of butchering this, but you know what? As heavy as this tire wheel combo is already, adding as much weight as I did, not removing weight, matters not. The bigger issue is if this weight was to come off, or those other ones, you know, then it's going to throw everything out of balance, which would likely happen anyway. Who knows? But anyway, we're not going to worry about it. And the thing is, when you do the work yourself and then something goes wrong, you know where to look. Let's get it mounted back on the car. It's approaching 1:30 and I need to wrap up and head out. So we're going to call this job well done. No, this is Procrastination Garage. We're going to call it job done. All right, tomorrow I'll do the other one. May or may not video any of that. And then we'll have 3 brand new tires, and 1 tire is about a year old. They'll all be good, trust me. All right, we've reached the end of Procrastination Garage. Thanks for sticking around till the end. So if you've been on the channel before, you know it's been like 5 months, maybe almost 6 months since I've done an episode. My apologies. I've been doing some content. Just it takes time to edit, and I just haven't taken the time to do it. Been a lot going on, and you'll see that with the upcoming videos. Trying to get back on track. Would like to do one a week for sure, once every 2 weeks, but whatever I can get out. This one may not have been the most exciting, but it's the content that I had laying around, and I've got more. So I hope to see you next week or as soon as I get the next video up. So remember, my name is Matt. This is Procrastination Garage. I procrastinate like crazy, and I hope you'll join me. Thanks.